Well, she gave me like a whole coaching session on how you do like this walk the line thing. She gave me a couple of tips on like how to not trip. We'll see it and somebody will pick it up because I think it really deserves.
Second row.
Gosh. I feel like those things are still happening, you know, like sort of every day. It's such a fragile industry, and when you've spent as much time in it as I have, you understand how cyclical it is and how it just goes like this all the time. You go down, you go up, you go down, you go up, and you have to get really comfortable just riding these waves where you are where your work is regarded or it's not regarded, or you're hired or you're not hired. And so I would say that a feeling of arrival or making it never really happens, but sometimes you just realize, sometimes you recognize that you're cresting something, but you also know that inevitably, like after a crest, there's a fall, because I've been doing this for 30 years, and so I've just seen that that's how it kind of goes. So you appreciate the moment while you have it without being attached to it being a permanent state.
Jeff, I can figure your camera if you can get it to me. There you go. Thank you.
Laverne, the front, Laverne! Laverne, look this way, right! Laverne, walk over, look the same as you walk! Right there, Laverne! Laverne, right here, Laverne! To your right!
The moment that made me feel like I had made it was going to the Met Gala. Now, I've gone to Emmys and I've gone to Grammys and Billboard Awards, and we have a couple SAG Awards, but the moment that made me feel like I've made it, and it's weird to even say that out loud because it feels like I'm jinxing something. I'm like, well, have you really made it yet? But going to the Met Gala this year made me feel like, oh, this is really special. Not that all these other moments weren't special, because they were amazing and they were incredible, and like, but I'm always in a space of like, what's next? I'm always in the space of like, well, there's so much more to achieve, and there's so much more to prove, and I have to get better. Like I can be such a better actor, and you know, I've only been number one on a call sheet once, and so there's just always more to do, and so I'm by no means complacent, and so the idea of making it, or that but the Met Gala was like, it was special, and it was a dream come true for me to go to that event, and it's very hard to get an invite. So yeah, that was a special one that felt like something shifted. Feeling like something's shifting this year, and I don't know what it is yet, but something feels different in 2019.
I don't know that I processed that yet. I know I'm in a famous show. That I know. My friends tell me I'm like, I don't think I am, but I can see that I am. I think it was after season 4. Not only did I have my backstory, but I had that whole scene where I stand on the table and there's the Pusey, Washington situation happen, and that's the first time I actually got recognized individually, because usually it was only if I was with a group of the girls, or they had to say, she's Blanca. I don't think Blanca was that remembered, because it was kind of a comic relief caricature. But I definitely noticed there. I knew since season 2 that this show was making an impact. That I knew. So it's been fun. It's also great to just be low-key, kind of, just observe. I still like to have my anonymity and just be an observer.
Everybody
right here. Okay, everybody looking right here. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3.